if you love a good comedy but with a spooky twist, well, this next movie might be right up your alley. Haunted Heist combines big laughs, a high-stakes robbery, and a haunted house that comes with plenty of ghostly surprises. Take a look.
It looks like they worship this dude.
Hey, why he take his glasses off to read? What they for?
He farsighted. He can't see this long way away. But if it's right there, he can see it.
He's the demon that made him rich. Matter of fact, this is who they trying to sacrifice us to, y'all. The one that feeds at dawn.
Oh, I love that you're laughing at the scenes you did. Joining me now are two of the film stars, actors Lil Rel Howery and Andrew King Bach, Bachelor. Welcome to California Live.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Okay, this film combines comedy, horror, a heist. So what part of those three drew you to the film?
You know something? It was more or less about the comedy part of it, which was fun to cast my friends. And I think when people see this movie, you're going to see our chemistry because we're actually all really cool. So to be able to cast comedians, and that was a big thing for me to find comedians that can also act.
Yeah.
And so I just think that brings a whole nother flavor to movies. And we haven't seen that in a while, where people use comedic actors, but not people who do stand up and act also. And
Which is different, because I feel like somebody can be funny but not necessarily do stand up. Those are two completely different genres. So Lil Rel, this is your directorial debut.
Hey, he killed it.
What?
Thank you, brother.
Come on,
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
What did this film offer you that you could do differently?
You know something? Well, like behind the camera is a whole nother world, but like, to be honest with you, you know, this experience in general really let me actually respect and love everybody else in all the different parts of the crew. You really see how much it's a big collaboratory, like thing, and it's fun. It's like camp. Yeah. Like film and TV camp. And I had so much fun directing my friends. They were so funny. Like even a clip you just saw, you know, I really had to take my glasses off to read, and so for them to just start roasting me, they just did that on their own. But that's what was fun about the movie. It was so much room to improv and have fun, and everybody took on the characters and did their thing.
Okay, so King Bach, you went to camp? This was a film for Okay, so tell me about your experience. Tell me about your character without actually spilling too much.
Oh, it's just a guy who got a lot of money who lost it all, you know? And then speaking of all the money that's gone, doing this movie, we ain't had no budget. I ain't have no trailer.
I mean, hey, we're all there, right? No budget.
Well, this is the great thing about this. We was able to do this at our budget, and we finished on our days, and that was a big deal to do.
That's a big deal.
And I think that's where it's at. I mean, you seeing what's happening with Obsession and things like that. At the end of the day, if you got a collective group of people who know what they're doing, you don't need like a cajillion dollars to do something really special. We was able to do something on a tight budget, and once again, I had to call my friends. Like, I really had to call them. Tell your team to say yes.
Yeah.
So the chemistry really is incredible. What was it like working together? Because you said, you know, these are your friends, but they're also comedians. It's like, you had a really good cast.
I think that's the best part of it. It's like you can just get with your friends, you know. It
wasn't work at the end of the day.
Yeah, but it's great because when you're doing a movie, you don't realize how much of it is really adapting to your process in the environment. Yeah. And as a director and as a leader, he was doing that because, you know, we got time, we got things to figure out, and yeah, it was.
Do you feel like, did you like being in front of the camera? I mean, and behind the camera more? Because you actually had to like lay down the law and be like, all right, fellas, we got to get this done.
Well, it's not from a lay down the law perspective. I enjoy watching people make characters come to life. I know I do that too, but like, and then when you have people who's also experienced at this, I think like working with somebody like Bach, who's also directs things and produces a bunch of things.
Yeah.
So to be able to lean into that also, and to have somebody able to give you advice and just give you some notes that you really respect, it actually gave me a cheat code, to be honest with you.
Did y'all believe in ghosts before you did this, or do you believe in them now that you've done this?
Look behind you.
No, don't. I don't need you doing this to me because I do, so I don't want to be around it.
But you didn't look behind you, though. You actually turned around.
Are you kidding me? Of course I was going to look. I'm that one person that's like, where? What are we looking at?
What ghost?
Yeah. So do you or no?
Do I believe it? You know, it's tough. I do and I don't. I have a whole, but mine is too deep, so you can't even ask me. And it's because of other movies too, like you know, Insidious and all these different things. Where it's like, I just think it's not just ghosts; it's just like spirits that may linger.
For sure. Oh, 100%. Especially when it gets to like the religious.
See, somebody in this newsroom.
Yeah, I don't play with that. Okay, so what's next for you both?
Well, this movie coming out, and then I'll be doing my directorial debut in August.
So fun.
And he's not bragging about something else. He has a special, his stand-up special. His first stand-up special is on YouTube right now. It's hysterical. Make sure you go watch it.
Make sure you watch it.
First stand-up special, and it's already a classic.
Congratulations. Good for you. You guys are busy. Well, this is awesome. Huge fan. So thank you so much for joining me. And Haunted Heist screams into theaters July 24th. You'll get it all. You'll laugh, you'll scream, be scared, and you get the action. So thank you.